Hello, and welcome to Bonus Action Heroes, where we attempt to have the spoons to look excited. We will once we get into the game. Previously in Curse of Strahd, you left the Amber Temple after discussions with the Lich, Lord Exothanta, Inquisitor, whose name I've forgotten. Hope you upset all of you. And you really wanted to fight, but you just had that self-control that you don't exercise anywhere else. So interesting choices. You also procured the Sunsword, which is great because you lost the amulet of the holy symbol of Ravenkind.
I think it's more accurate to say Olav wanted a fight and no one else did.
Oh, I was willing to
they're all big chickens.
The Inquisitor dude is going to get it.
You guys just aren't communicating, and that's something you sort out in therapy, not in the introduction.
Oh, you're always saying that D&D's like therapy.
Yeah, so you can do it in roleplay in a minute, and then I'll go get a cup of tea.
Okay. No, we're all good.
I've forgotten where I got to. So you headed back down the Mount Gakis. Magus turned into a giant eagle?
I did turn into a giant
eagle. He did.
And flew, I nearly said Eris, Alessander down, and they waited patiently at the bottom. Olav summoned a steed, and he and Lucas Edric trotted down the path, which took a little bit longer. You came across a tower halfway down. Chose not to investigate it, but as you passed through the gate, the portcullis, it triggered a glyph, and you were on fire. And you were fine, but the dead person that you had animated that was following around, that was his short life. He went for a walk from the temple to halfway down a mountain. You all met up at the bottom of the mountain. You've done about, I think we said at this point, 6 hours of traveling, and I said you could move another 2. You're on your way. You decided to make your way to Yesterhill. As you know, that is where one of the stone circles is, and you have previously removed the corruption from one of these stone circles, and you're not quite sure who the Fanes are or what their purpose is, their motives are, but they rewarded you with a cloak of seeing eyes, and at this stage appear to be on your side, able to lend you their aid in defeating Strahd. That's what you think, anyway. Well, I can't speak for you, but the fact is, you're going to the second stone circle, looking to reconsecrate it.
I try not to think too much if I can avoid it. Stops me making decisions.
Yeah, I don't think we're a thinky group. We're more a doing group. Doing and worry about it later group.
Yeah. We're the, should we have done that group?
That's a problem for future me group.
That's it,
yeah. Future me survives.
And future me wonders why past me hates me so much.
So yeah, you've done your 8 hours travelling, although some of you are fine and some of you are less fine. If you were to continue forward, you will start having to roll for exhaustion. You are welcome to. If you look back at the map, where's the map gone?
In a grove.
I don't know, you put us in a forest clearing at night.
The Barovia map should always be toggled on so you can go back to it.
Oh, I see. I don't know.
There it is. It's back. So if you did go back to that, you can see you probably have... Let's do some math. You go as the crow flies through the Svalak woods. It's a 15, 16-mile journey. And Veronica doesn't remember what she was putting miles at now. I need to go find that document. I want to say another day.
Usually on foot you can do 24 miles a day, I would say.
Okay, then half a day. You're half a day away.
And I'm talking real world there. I don't know about D&D. Depends
yeah,
on
you
the
will
terrain.
be going uphill. The terrain is a bit harder, so we'll say just over half a day. Maybe another 6 hours then.
I've got a horse. If anyone gets tired, they can have a little rest. It is a skeletal horse, but still good.
I can keep the light in for fire and keep us warm and have a rest if you want it.
Where exactly are we going? What is it that these Fanes mean?
We found ones in the swamp. We got this cloak. I reckon, well, they're the mother's Fanes, I reckon. And purifying them, I think, will weaken Strahd. At least it'll take the land back from him. And I hope that weakens him. Nothing else will get us allies in the mothers.
Do we know who the mothers are? They've given you that cloak, but I recall you were very startled by bright light in it.
Oh,
Is it truly a blessing or is it a curse?
It's a blessing, believe me. I not get snuffed up by nothing. And the mothers, we have found out quite a lot about them. They're the huntress, the weaver, and the seeker.
Is it the weaver statue that we saw in the werewolf den?
The huntress.
Huntress.
And that
So-
is the same huntress.
I can't remember who saw the huntress. I think it was Magus. So yes, it was the same
So
vision.
we found the Fane the Weaver in the swamp, I think. That's where I got this cloak. So we're going up the Esther Hill to see if we can find the Seeker. She knows the future.
Yeah, well, knowing the future could be useful.
I
Find
reckon
out.
anyway.
You don't think
It might be
so?
a huntress, I suppose. But the huntress was with the werewolves. So I'm guessing we're looking for the Seeker on the hill. It might be wrong.
Game Master, Olav as a paladin and as a resident of the lands, does he know anything about the Fanes?
Oh my. Roll me a history. What a good roll. You probably should have saved that for combat. So we'll give you, it's over 20, we'll give you an affirmative yes, but only in the sense that they were maybe present in fairy tales, folk stories that you were told as a child, as old, sometimes as witches, sometimes as gods, creatures that were powerful, in terms of the arcane, and were older than the land itself.
And these fairy tales, were they cruel in them, kind, helpful, hindering?
Both.
Okay.
In the sense that if you were to worship them, leave them offerings, they might show favor. They would have control over maybe the weather, and the crops would grow better that year, some would say. Or if you were to show them disdain in some way, the alternative would be the weather would be particularly bad that year and the crops would die. That sort of
Fickle.
that's your interpretation.
Okay. And what do we do when we get there?
Figure that out as we go. Look for the Fane. We've been up the hill before.
I was not with you then. I think it was your red friend.
But that's what I meant. We've been up the Fane before. But actually, just Alessander now I come to think of it. But anyway, we've been up there, we just didn't know to look. So, not
Most likely be safer this time than it was last.
so.
We've had too long to replenish what was up there.
But to look, I suppose.
What?
Hopefully it's fine.
What should we expect? What did you face last time? What was it that...
There were some druids. They were trying to do something bad with the hill.
It was a cult.
We stopped some. We got some free wine for it.
Tools as well.
Is everybody attuned to everything we collected from the temple?
What do we collect from the temple?
So I've got the Sunsword.
Or we got the
Anything
armor.
Pearl
that needs
Power.
a short rest, I think Magus and Alessander would have been able to attune to. You two, not so much.
I haven't got anything that needs attuning, so it's not a problem for me. And I think the periaptive wound closure doesn't need attuning at all, as far as I'm aware. Whoever's got that, you just put it on.
Dragon scale armor I got was green, wasn't it?
It was.
I have the periaptive wound closure, and apparently it does need attunement.
Oh, okay.
It is a short rest to attune to something.
It is. It's an hour normally, and then up to 3
I've only
items.
been playing a few years. You know, you need to know the rules.
Yeah. So it's an hour, and you can attune to 3 items, unless you have something that lets you attune to more, which would be Artificer. Probably it's about the only one I can think of.
They only have 2 that need tuning, which is quite nice. I got the horn of blasting. I forgot about that.
Is that the one that explodes if you roll
Possibly
too low?
explodes,
Yeah.
Yeah. I've still got the blood spear.
That blood spear was from this hill, yes?
Did we get it from the hill? I just know I got it from absence.
Oh, yeah. So, yes, you did. It was the head of the druids. It was their weapon.
And this was the head cultist weapon.
Very good. Well, let's make haste. If everyone is attuned, then let's do whatever it is you need to do. Be warned,
Am I
though.
supposed to be attuned
Sorry.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. Attuned to what?
Should I be attuned to the Seeking Dagger? It doesn't say anything about attunement on it, but I'm wondering whether that's just a...
Because I made it up.
You-
Yes.
Usually, if it's got an ability like Seeking or a spell effect, it would require attunement. Normal magical
Well, it-
weapons without effects don't
yeah,
need
because it
attuning.
needs to know who to come back to. We'll say it requires a apology.
Okay, 1 second then. Does anyone then want the vicious rapier? Because I'm attuned to 3 things, and I think I'd rather have the seeking dagger than the rapier.
No.
Thanks with the spear.
If I want to drink with an olive in, I will ask you for it, maybe. It's
I don't think I
very,
know how to use
very
one,
thin blade. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I'd break it.
I'd probably stab myself.
You might find that doesn't need attunement, depending on what it does.
I said last week that it did because I was trying to figure out.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Vicious rapier. Blah 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 blah. Where would it say needs attunement?
Normally says it a little square at the bottom of the description. It needs attunement,
It
and you'll see
doesn't-
that it has a little wheel that's either highlighted.
So it wasn't given. This is the thing. None of mine have given me the wheel, even though I like the Pearl of Power. I knew that needed it, but it wasn't showing up. But I've just looked at D&D Beyond, and Vicious Rapier doesn't say attunement on there. I'm just checking elsewhere.
No, I don't see it
No.
needing it either.
If it just does,
Perfect,
if it
okay.
just does damage, extra damage or something, then it won't need attuning usually.
Okay.
If
Yeah,
it's
that's
if
good,
it's
right?
got like an effect that you trigger,
Yeah.
or it comes back, or
Yeah,
then it
where it needs
probably
to know
does.
the first, and
yeah,
I'll just swap those.
yeah.
And
So
then
I've got that great sword from Godfrey, and that is a magical sword, but it does not require attunement.
Yeah, Blood Spirit doesn't.
Then I think we are decided.
Mm-hmm. Perfect, thank you.
That's been require attunement.
Say it on the thingy, so I just assumed it didn't, but I didn't think to ask.
Just
It does, and I've not added it because I made it my own. This is where Foundry falls apart.
It's okay, because I got a spare. I've only tuned to 2 other things, so no big deal.
also, I've had my vision from the Tomb of Strahd. So who next wants it?
Who's not had it?
Oh, I haven't. I'm not sure I want it.
Oh no, too late. You find it put away in your pack because
I
I
thought-
want to get rid of it.
I thought you did read it, or was it Jim?
Jim,
Ah,
Luca, and Alessandra are the ones that have read it so far.
okay. There you go. Enjoy. The butler,
it's like
the
being
butler
handed
didn't
over
do
to-
it.
That could be handed over to Magus. That would be much appreciated.
Oh no. You sure?
no.
In that case, I suppose I shall start at the Hearth of Moonlight and Shadow so we can have a rest.
You're tired already.
I thought you wanted a rest.
I'm
It's been
fine.
8 hours. You will now start having to roll for exhaustion if you press on.
Okay, we'll rest then. I mean, there's plenty of time to rest when we're dead, but Luca and I are already kind of dead, so I guess we should rest a bit.
I think Alessandra and I are fine without the deadness. Be speaking for you.
I'll take first watch if you're tired.
We don't need the watching. That's what this cloak does.
I don't think it'll work when you're asleep, though, will it? You can see everything. How do you fall asleep if you can see in all directions? That's
Even when I close my eyes, I can see it, and I can't be surprised.
how do you sleep when you can see?
to think about it too much.
Do you not trance in much the same way?
I know I look like I'm trancing, but I'm not. I'm just kind of dead to the world. Magus, I think, perhaps. So I don't. I mean, does
No,
anyone know
very
what
good
Magus
to know.
actually is?
I think he's just a magus.
Is it a species that we have not met before?
I think it's just a him.
Is it like a uniman, you know, with a single horn?
Maybe he is an attempt at a new something. A mutation?
An
or-
attempt by who?
I guess the mothers. Or nature.
I mean, I look at him, he's over there casting his spell. Like he literally didn't even know that the lich was a bad thing. Back in that temple, it was like a child seeing a new creature for the first time. A puppy or a cat.
The
But it
child
was a
seeing new
lich.
creature. And he has learnt now that they are something. Even I'm not quite sure exactly what they are.
Has he? He still we left it alive to continue to eat souls.
Still better off for knowing what he knows now than he was before.
I mean, you know as well as I that in this place, souls cannot escape, and they are reborn and die, and are reborn and they die. If there is a lich in this place, without new blood, there will be, after a time, no souls here.
We must change where we are. We need to keep going, and then maybe once we've dealt with one evil, we can deal with another, or other people will be brave enough to do so. But it served purpose for us, and we are still alive.
True, I
Right
would
now,
rather kill,
that's
if I had a
true.
choice to kill one of the two, I will kill Strahd first.
And that is the decision that we have made. It may not be the right one, but it's the one that we've done.
For all his sins, Strahd at least does not destroy the souls of the dead.
No, he just traps them to the point that they can never move on.
True.
I think to a certain extent I would prefer to be destroyed.
You would prefer oblivion to rebirth in this place?
To eternal damnation? I think so.
We're not talking damnation, we are talking you will not
see
exist.
This place. I see this place, and I see this as eternal damnation. I would rather not exist than continue to exist here. That is why I am risking everything to get out of here. Do not want to be here.
I know, show me the blade. Show me the blade. You sat with it, I have not seen you activate it. Show me you know what to do with it.
I never said that I knew what to do with it.
You know what to do with it.
How am I supposed to know what to do with it? It's
Just
just a
concentrate.
hilt.
Wish it into a sword.
How in the world am I supposed to do that? Hey, sword, just work?
Hold the hilt and ask for light.
Can I hold the hilt and ask for light?
You've had time to attune to it.
Yeah.
Oh crap! Sorry.
Is our crap
Aye.
the activation word?
Yeah.
And to put it away, it's phew, that was close.
No, it's Veronica didn't read things properly. So you mentally ask for light,
ask it out loud because that's what I have been told to do.
Yeah, I wasn't specific, was I?
So at the moment, I am very confused and rather annoyed.
Then you will hear a voice inside your head. I haven't decided what that voice is. Let's see what comes out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Or it'd be good if they were Scottish, because then I could practice. But why would it be Scottish? That makes no sense.
Moravian accent that has died out over years. That's what it is.
Ah, the old talk.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's the accent of sunlight.
It is. That's a good way of looking at
What
it.
is the accent of sunlight?
From the land where
Okay,
they
in
don't
my
get as
head,
much
it's-
sunlight. Except in
it's
summer.
sun-
Make it a
True.
valid tell. Oh, okay.
So it's whatever you wish. And then the sword hilt, a blade of light. I have no adjective for the.
Lightsabers.
If it makes it better, it says the weapon communicates by transmitting emotions.
Oh, that's so much better. I just read the word sentient and went, I was sure this was sentient. You will feel warmth. That's better. Warmth and a zhing. I'm not on the form today, I apologise.
No, that's right. I just wanted to see how far I could let it go before I felt too bad for you.
Hazel, how far away from Magus and Cedric are you when you do this?
I think you're off doing your spell.
Yeah, so and we've been having a chat about you, so I'd say
I
how
thought I
far
figured I
away
was
do we need to
asleep.
be for you to not be?
Hearing us.
Yeah.
Okay, a little way away. That's okay then.
Yeah.
What is it with the cloak? Let me remind myself. Cloak.
Well, you can see us talking and you'll see the... Oh, I see what you mean. I would say we're at least 20 feet away.
Oh,
Then
I
you're
was
okay.
30.
You're
Oh, okay.
okay.
I will keep it up as I walk closer so there can be a reaction. I can kind of figure out that the blade is not good for Magus.
Oh, bloody the mother's that thing's bright.
Within 15 feet, it would be bright light.
And then an additional dim light for 15 feet of additional dim light. Well, yes, I suppose you've not really seen much sunlight ever.
It all looks so bright with this thing on though. Just maybe don't stand too close when you make that glow. Don't
Okay, and I'll back up a couple feet. And can I think stop the sunlight and see if that perfect. And I think I'm just gonna like stand at the edge of whatever's going on and just kind of
They are basically lightsabers, yeah.
It is a lightsaber.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. When the time is right, you can stick that through Strahd's back, I'm sure. It may be a little longer than you're used to, but I don't think light weighs very much.
No, it might actually take some time to get used to how little it weighs at all.
I can spar with you if you wish.
Oh, you know I love fighting my friends. That's Hazel speaking, not.
Well, I'll just get the
himself
shield
that
out.
idea.
I'll sort of get the shield out, and if you wish to see how it feels, you can strike my shield.
Okay.
Go on.
I'm
You're
just
about to take a long rest.
I'm just checking a few things first, just in case. Okay, yeah, cricket. I'll hit him.
Cool. So I guess your AC goes up by 2.
20. You hitting me or the shield?
The shield.
I was going to say, it's fine if you want to try and hit me, but I will defend myself.
I'm gonna go with the AC of Olav because I don't really know what else would make sense.
I'm trying to hit the shield, so I think as long as it's not, I'm not.
It's a kite shield, so it's quite big. It's the shield equivalent of a barn door, I would say.
And it's a 12 to hit, so I fall short because I haven't got like the weight that I need to really swing
I
forward.
think you would hit the shield though at that. It just, yeah, if you roll over 20, you're going to hit me, surely.
I don't know. A 12 seems really low.
12 is very low.
And the reason we're doing that is to get used to the lack of balance in the blade.
And I will probably say now I know that it is sentient and in a unable to emotionally regulate way. As you turn towards this undead creature and it feels you're aiming to strike, it probably you feel this maybe wave of anger, rage rush through you that probably unsettles you on your first blow. But the second one, yeah. Roll for damage, and I'll decide what the what it is to destroy the shield. And hope you don't.
Okay.
It's a magical shield, so
Yeah, and I'm just.
It's
I'm
not
not
a
doing it
magical shield.
versatile. I'm still.
you're not
one-handed.
using your magical shield. You're using the other shield.
I don't have a magical shield.
You have a fine. Do you not want it?
It's just a shield. It's in my inventory. It's just a shield. It's not magical.
You should have a shield of missile deflection.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I see it.
Because we talked about this last time.
We did, yeah. But if it's magical, it won't be destroyed just by hitting it.
Exactly, so that's probably the safer bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can take 9 damage, fine. It will leave that lightsabery burn mark, scorch mark across the front of the shield.
Strahd is going to love that.
Once I get used to it, I might also be quite fond of it.
Yeah, well, if it's fueling your fire, let it, because when it comes to it, there won't be time for hiding. It will be kill or be killed.
I know.
So if you can shove it up his arse and out of his mouth, that would be fantastic. That'd pretty much kill anyone I've ever met.
I'll keep that in mind.
Is anyone doing anything else before you settle down?
There any? I'm gonna have just a look around to see if I can find any bodies.
I see what you want. Where you are, no. I'm not even going to make you roll.
Okay.
Animals, maybe, not people.
Worth a look.
Tom, you don't want to have a look in your book? You don't have to, but Alessandro has given it to you.
Well, let's get it over with. Then give it back.
You will be aware from previously looking at the book that if you are near enough, you will all see what Magus sees. Does anyone gather round Magus, or do you let him enjoy this little trip on his own?
I had mine by myself, so I would leave him by himself.
I would probably sit near.
Well, I shall cast Hearth, Moonlight, and Shadow for it as soon as we start resting, and I shall sit myself down cross-legged and start flicking through the book looking for pictures.
Luca, would you like to look over his shoulder?
Yes, I'm going to assume, or I'm going to wonder if there might be more cameos. Well, probably not, because I think I died in the last one. Um, but still, curiosity will get the better of me.
So you open this ancient tome to the third chapter, I don't know. And oh, you need to attune to it, don't you? So you'll have to sort of sit with it for an hour as well. When everyone else was attuning, you can do that. So all of these symbols and letters that didn't make sense start to swim before your eyes and finally form into words after staring at the page for what feels like several minutes, and you hear a deep voice in your head. In my youthful folly, I believed I was the land. The forest folk did not challenge me, but I set to raise and salt the earth to purify it all the same. This was not mere iconoclasm. My faith was in myself. I had none to spare for the gods. And as you may have seen before, the pages start to flutter, and you are suddenly you feel this sucking motion as if you're being pulled in, and you blink and you are in a tower. You look around you, and before you, you see this. Oh, let me find the right thing. You see this red crystal, the light from it pulsating, like you might imagine a heartbeat to. And it is in the shape of anatomical heart. There are stairs winding round this tower, and you are at the very top that lead down into the darkness below, all illuminated by this soft red light. And then to one side you see the unmistakable figures of Strahd and the recently defeated Babala Saga. The old woman and Strahd are climbing the staircase, and as he reaches the top, Strahd holds out his hand to the old woman as if to help her up the final steps. But instead, what she does is place her hand into a satchel and produce 3 vials of blood that she hands to Strahd. He rises up, seemingly levitating, so that he is level with the gemstone. He uncorks the first vial, and the blood pours down the sharp edges of the crystal as he says, "I am the ancient. I am the land." He does the same with the second. He does the same a third time. And the light that was slowly pulsing now finds a much faster rhythm, and a low thrum like bass music starts to fill the tower, vibrating it ever so slightly, fracturing the crystal. And bits of the crystal start to peel off, break apart, until you are just looking at an actual flesh heart, except this is 5 foot tall. And then with that sucking motion again, you are back in the room.
when Alessander and Magus were having our travels around the castle, did we hear or feel some sort of rhythm at one point?
Yes.
We think that was like a golem or something. There was like it felt.
That was
like...
in the temple.
Oh, okay.
I had some memory of when we were walking around the castle, the two of us, of feeling some sort of, sensing some sort of pulsing. But I might be misremembering.
Definitely something about.
I recall a heartbeat or something like a heartbeat.
Mm.
Well, I think myself and Alexander saw the heart when we pulled Gertruda aside to have a conversation with her. I think we were stood beneath it.
I don't remember.
I don't remember seeing it, but what is it? What does it mean? Is that the heart of the land? Strahd has replaced it with himself.
Who knows?
Corrupted it. That's what he's done.
He corrupts everything he touches. Everything he does is for his own sport, his own power. His days are numbered. If we succeed, then perhaps in the future some shall look back and see us striking him down as the ending to this book. Yeah, Hazel with the red string and the goblin pen.
I just saw it going back.
I saw
through
the
notes.
goblin. I saw the goblin. Like, hey, gives me joy.
I shall give the book back to Alessander. I don't want this no more.
Oh, you get something. If you look back into the book, I haven't written what you get. I moved all my notes into a set of notes that I've called Endgame, but clearly I have not put all of the notes in there. But you always get a little scroll of something. I will find it. But the words, when you come back to, will form the words on this scroll.
I also didn't find any useful notes, just funny ones.
If you have nothing else to do before attempting to sleep, who will be taking the first watch, if anyone?
I only need 4 hours. I'll take the first watch.
I also only need 4 hours, so I will take the second, and that will see us covered.
Will anyone take watches with them, or Alessander and Magus, will you sleep the night through?
Trust Magus's cloak. Because the second watch, so I can have a full night.
Also, they get advantage on perception checks while they're in my
Oh,
thingy.
very nice.
I reckon. Let's just check. During a short or long rest, can invoke it. While within the sphere, you and your allies gain a +5 bonus to dexterity, stealth, and wisdom perception checks. And any light from open flames in the sphere isn't visible outside it.
Nice. So with that, it may, I understand, using it as a mechanic to build tension, but I will not be making you roll perception. What I do want to know is, so who is asleep, well, trancing, whatever it is you're doing to begin with, Alessander and said Luca?
Yeah.
And Magus. Okay, interesting.
Well, being reborn, my sleeping state is I just lie motionless for 4 hours. So I'll probably be just like propped up against a tree like a corpse, kind of just like staring at Olaf.
I mean, I pretty much look the same.
This is interesting.
My eyes are open. I can see even when I'm resting.
The joys of being dead.
Okay,
Yeah.
then.
I will stay up long enough to reattune to the spear and then go to sleep.
Yeah, it actually says under deathless nature you don't need to sleep and magic can't put you to sleep. You finish a long rest in 4 hours as long as you just remain inactive, motionless. So we can see even when we're sleeping. But as soon as we move, we break our rest, I assume.
Sorry, I'm deciding something. Something is about to happen to everyone resting. It will happen to you as well, Matt, but only once you are no longer on watch. Would you like to be part of this, or would you like to take your headphones off and experience it on your own? Explain what happened to you.
Sure, I'll take my headphones off.
I will give you a thumbs up when you can come put your headphones back on.
Okay.
So you do whatever it is you do. You trance, sleep, you lay there like a corpse. I don't know if at any point you stop, some of you lose vision over what you're doing, but at one moment, all of you will suddenly realize you're not looking at the magical barrier that Magus has created. I don't know if it's visible, or rather the forest around you, but that blackness melts into another shade of black. Like, you know you are somewhere else. It's dark and cold. And I have lost my text. There it is. It will take you a moment for your eyes to adjust and realize you are in the position that you were laid on before. The floor isn't dirt anymore. It is rough. It is wooden. And then you realize, if you like move your arms a bit, no, you're in a box or a coffin, but with an open lid, because you can still look up. You're not looking at the sky, you're looking at stones, reflects orange glinting above you. And if you would sit up, would you sit up?
Yeah.
You will come to stare into two bright red pinpricks of light that you see before you. The eyes of a skeleton you recognize to be Exithanta. They are stood beside a pedestal carved from bone and the pedestal holds a large book with yellowing pages. You don't see the others there. These are all happening to you individually. What would you like to do?
Sorry, I'm writing. Can I? So if I look around, is it just darkness other than this kind of expanse of glowing eyes and a large book on the pedestal?
You can discern that it's like you're in a crypt. It is a room, as your eyes adjust. Stone walls, stone ceiling, and you were laid in a coffin.
Is there anything restricting me, or am I just laid in a coffin?
You're just laid. You can move.
Can I look at myself? Can I look down at my body? Is it my body?
It is your
Alexander?
body.
Okay.
I'd like to clamber out of the coffin.
You may do that. Exeter makes no move.
I'd probably just look at him for a minute and then say, "Why am I here?"
There is no recognition on its face that it hears you. It does not reply.
I shall get out the coffin. Walk a bit closer.
Again, no recognition, no movement.
I need to walk up and prod Alexander to whatever his name is.
No recognition, no movement.
Carry on.
No, you go ahead.
What would happen if I tried to cast a light?
You would feel that familiar arcane energy surge through your body, but not reach the peak where you know you would emanate or infuse something with light. It isn't possible.
Oh, bugger.
Can I reach for my weapons? Have I still got them?
Yes.
Can I reach for the Sunsword?
Yes.
Light. Anything?
Yes. It is a weapon. It would work. Yeah, it lights up the room. Again, no recognition and no movement.
Is Santa as alive as a lich can be, or does it look like it's just a standing corpse?
It looks like a standing corpse. It's strange. How is it managing to remain upright? Why are its eyes seemingly alive? But nothing else is going on.
So then I will. I won't be holding this orders to attack. I'm using it more for light than anything else. I've not got anything else to. Can I go look at the book?
Can. Again, he makes no movement to stop you. Does not even seem to acknowledge that you are there, or whether they are even there. If you look at the book, it is open to a page, and this book is huge. It's, I don't know, 2 feet tall and 3 feet wide, and there are so many little names scribbled into columns. Anyway, the names continue in long lines through this book, and then they stop halfway down the right-hand page, and you will read Alessandro Rutan. That's the last name.
What other names are on there?
You will also recognise Magus, Olav Markov, and just Luca, and then a dash, and then Cedric Hudson dash, and then Sergei von Zarevich.
This is the contract that we signed. It's a list of contract names.
Yeah.
And the list is more than just us?
There are, before your names come many, many other names.
Can I look for Zarevich, whether it's Strahd or another family member?
You would find maybe halfway down the left-hand page, Count Strahd von Zarevich.
Okay. I'll
Does
let someone
anyone?
know.
Do the others do anything?
I would have gone up to the book. I would have seen that there was some sort of writing all on it.
You will see the same thing Alessander saw.
I would know that their names. Writing.
Anything different from Sergei? Oh, sorry, Luca. Sorry, Cedric.
Oh well, I think he would have gotten up, went to have a look at that book, went, there's the names, and then he's going to walk back over to Xenophan Tower, or however you say his name, and he's going to do like a full gesture of like, are you paying attention to me, or are you actually here, like waving a hand in front of his face, giving him like pushes, and then if he gets no response, he's just going to try and push Xanathar over.
Once you have all looked at the book, in this incredibly quiet room, you will hear the click of Exathanta's jaw just dropping agape, and this voice booms forth, even though his jaw doesn't seem to move. It does not hear you. It does not know you. It is a conduit. You will not be a conduit. You will be my champion. You will know the secrets of immortality, or you will be consumed. You will know a taste of my power. Then you will make your choice. Either way, your soul belongs to me. Wake up!
We better apologise to.
Bollocks to that.
And it won't disturb your long rest or short rest, or, well, it's long rest or trance. You can go straight back into your trance, but it will all simultaneously wake you up.
Well, bugger.
If we done something we didn't ought to have done.
You're all awake. Nothing has occurred. It's been a quiet night.
Oh, I don't know about the other two, but something certainly occurred to me.
Do you sit up?
Yep.
If you look around at one another, Olav, you know nothing has come into this place, nothing has exited. They have been just laid there this whole time. But there is something about the way they look, their features just more gaunt, pale, their skin sunken. Just ever so slightly, like they've aged rapidly overnight.
Already a corpse. I can't look much worse.
It is quite difficult to tell for you.
No, you do look pretty bad, even for you.
I don't think we should have put nothing on that book.
Either that book or that spell you cast has done something.
Which trinket is that book?
This place is cursed, perhaps?
It's nothing to do with here, it's to do with back there.
It's to do with us.
Yes, I think there might have been a slight cock up at the Amber Temple.
We seem... I don't know if you had the same dream as I, but we seem to have promised ourselves to summit up there somehow.
Be champions or to be consumed?
The Lich.
Yes.
Well, we did sign a
Right.
contract.
I don't know if it were the Lich or something behind the Lich. Seemed to be something said from the Lich's mouth, but not the Lich saying it. If that makes any sense. Were it the same for you two?
Yes. A warning. A contract of sorts.
The quicker we get these things back to that temple, the better. Don't want my soul belonging to no one.
My soul is already contractually obligated to go to someone else, so I think he's in a bit of a legal kerfuffle.
It's not how it works here, Cedric.
Out of interest. Ooh.
Who? Well, the Morning Lord deity I've served for my entire life.
Who's he?
He is a sun deity.
I don't want to break this to you, but I don't think he's been round here.
I
Well,
think,
that's part of the reason why I'm here, I suppose.
I think the Sun Lord's powers are very weak here. No warmth has touched these grounds in a long time. The only way your soul is going to your Lord is if you leave the mists. And that only happens if Strahd is dead.
Does that always happen when you borrow stuff from people here?
I told you it was a lich and it was dangerous.
You said it was a lich, but I don't know what that means.
I told you it means a being that is willing to do whatever it takes to stay alive, including the destruction of souls. The soul that you are so fond of, that lich, if we do not destroy it, will happily consume. And you will know oblivion, or you will not know it, because you will not exist in any way. But I begin to agree with Alexander. Oblivion is perhaps better than eternity in here. So maybe it's a kindness that we made a mistake and made a deal. Your suffering will end, you will not know.
Bugger that. I want to kill this vampire thing, Strahd, what's his face, and go back and bugger up that bastard back at that temple. And then I want to sit here in this land and enjoy the wine at the vineyard.
Such optimism. You'll need it. I think we all will. You look terrible, all of you.
Feels it.
I am a stitched together rag doll of corpses, so
I know, so that the fact that you look worse is kind of saying something.
it's my throat weeping again.
You're just a weird color. You're kind of blue now.
Well, that's a bit strange.
I think a bit of your lip is hanging off.
I might have a needle and thread somewhere to sew that back on. I'll deal with that when you take over on the watch.
Well, everyone seems awake. Alexander has not said anything. Are you okay?
As okay as I can be. I'm sorry we didn't heed your warnings more closely. But I'm not sure whether we would be in any better position if we had.
We needed these weapons. We'll deal with it after.
Exactly.
Well, we died trying.
There seems much of a muchness in this place.
Life here is not life, so what do we have to lose?
Exactly.
Who needs more sleep? Alessander? Magus?
We've had 4 hours, I'm fine.
You're happy to take over? Do you want to go, Matt?
Do I want to go?
Yeah.
Sure.
The others know what happens.
I mean,
now.
technically I don't sleep, but I assume it's not that kind of...
Yeah, I need to remember everything I just said. Yeah, even though... When you're...
I saw the reactions and eyebrows
shut
and stuff.
down.
Yeah, when I'm on standby.
Well, whatever you can see will start to melt away and be... Your vision will be filled with an inky blackness. And then your eyes will start to readjust again. And you will realize that you are in a different space. Everything is colder. There is a stone ceiling above you flecked with amber. And you are laid or sat, however you were positioned when you went into your meditation trance, whatever it is. But you suddenly realize you are moving about in a different... Well, not moving about, but in a different room. And in front of you are the red pinpricks of light and a skeleton that you recognize to be Exithanter's. And next to him is a pedestal carved out of bone, and a huge tome stands upon it, open. What would you like to do?
I'll have a look at the tome.
That's how you do it, guys. Cut to the chase. If you stand up and walk over
Have
to...
I missed something?
He's just bullying us, that's all.
Oh.
If you stand up and
she
walk over
docked
to the
me in
pedestal,
mine, it's fine.
Oh.
You will see this book that is huge, like 2 foot across. Exithanter does not seem to make any acknowledgement. He says nothing. He doesn't turn to you. It's like you're not even there.
I shall treat
you
him like he's not there as well.
Would you like to look inside the book?
Yeah, I'll have a look.
You will see columns and columns of names written in minuscule handwriting so that they are able to fit hundreds of names to a page, and this book is just wide open to a random page. If you were to flick backwards, you'll see this many names on the previous pages as well. Where the book is laid open to, the names stop about halfway down the right-hand page at Olav Markov.
I know we signed it. I know we signed, didn't we? We signed a agreement to borrow the stuff. Can I see if there's anything on the spine of the book or any words at the start of the book beyond just names? Any notes anywhere else other than names?
Every page is a name. The spine is blank. I apologize. There is not more to tell you than that.
I will start flicking through, trying to take in as many names as I can, trying to remember some of them.
Once you get past maybe the first couple of pages behind you, you'll maybe glimpse a name that you know as one of the spirits that carry around with you. A name of a person that you knew when you were growing up, maybe. But that's probably it in terms of recognition. That names you don't recognize, they are all Ravenloftian in nature, you know.
Barovian.
Barovian, thank you.
Ravenloftian.
Ravenloftian,
It's
that's
the
thing.
twinned with Barovia.
At some point,
I will say out loud, as I'm looking at it, Olav will just be talking to himself. So I think you have claimed enough souls.
at some point, probably when you say that, Exithanta's jaw will suddenly click and hang open, and a voice will emanate from it that you don't recognize as Exithanta. It's deeper. It does not hear you. It is a conduit. You will not be a conduit. You will be my champion and know the secrets of immortality, or you will be consumed. You will know, taste of my power, and then you will make your choice. Either way, your soul is already mine. That, I don't know, I keep using this sucked off phrase. No.
Olav, you've taken enough souls. You will not take mine. Those that are left, I shall shepherd them. I shall protect them. I shall keep them about me, and you will not have them. They're mine now.
Olav is muttering to himself. You are back in the clearing.
Probably wake up to see Sergei is just walking around in circles.
Is that because one leg's slightly shorter than the other?
No, just idling.
Ah.
Question him muttering to himself, considering that I think he's just saying what we saw.
Probably.
We can assume that you have taken 8 hours and you can now all take a long rest, and you can also have 10 temporary hit points at the start of every day.
Yay! Evil blessings.
Oh yeah, Olav also looks, his dark circles are even darker.
It turns out I was already supposed to be taking 10 extra temporary hit points at the start of every day. And I forgot.
Do you know what it was that was giving you the original 10 extra?
His helm.
The helm of heroism that we recovered from Krez.
Ah.
That I walked into that pond to salvage when we were gathering silver.
Pond.
Yeah.
Wonder what the bugger in hell that was, though.
Perfectly phrased. And the faintest idea.
It's the puppet masters of this place. The prison guard, the prison warden, whatever you want to call it. It was claiming your soul and mine. I promise, if you fall, I will not let it take your soul. I will hold on to it for you. It's my purpose in this place.
Rather you didn't. But either way, we have a hill to visit. A elderly brotherly vampire to destroy, and someone to save from being turned into a vampire themselves. So we should probably get a bit of a move on.
Can I already be a vampire?
Let's not entertain that thought right now.
Wouldn't rule it out when we see him, though.
We don't want to be caught off guard by shock.
Right. I'm going to continue to refute the idea, and I'm going to wait for all of us to be ready to go.
Hope for the best, my friend, but plan for the worst.
No.
Alright then. Stand between me and her when we get there.
Okay.
You moving on to Yesterhill? Or as Luca just put it, we have a hill to visit.
It's like
Yeah.
poetry.
Mm.
Let's visit that hill. Let's go for a hike.
Again, we're in the end game. I'm not going to pitch some little monsters in the trees against you. You can successfully traverse through the woods west, making your way over not quite so icy and cold now that the the wet weather that comes down from the mountain turns the ground beneath you to sludge and mud and uneven rock until you come to the familiar site of Yesterhill. Previously, you went straight up, which was very sheer and difficult. There is a path that goes around, but would take longer.
This is a good.
Fly everyone up in. Like, I could turn into an eagle and fly everyone up to the top. Well,
That's also an option.
The bloody dreary looking hill, though. Why did you
I'm
come
not-
here the first time?
Because it was even worse the first time, and this is an improvement.
Is this where your friend fell?
No,
But
we didn't lose anyone here, did we? We lost Absence at the tower,
No, you didn't
and
lose
everyone
anyone
else
here.
was at the windmill. Okay. I'm so used to losing people, I can't keep track.
Well, on the upside, you've only got 3 left to lose.
I don't think that is an upside.
Well, once we're up, I'll start looking around the standing stones. See if I can see anything what looks like it might be a secret entrance that we found at the swamp.
So you're taking giant eagle form. Are you taking everyone one by one up top
Right.
before you do this?
I will do that.
Okie dokie, let me bring you up to the top. One, two, 4. Who's the first person you bring up, Magus?
Olaf, I reckon, if he lets me.
Olav and Magus of the impeccable perception. As you get to the peak of the hill, you will notice a plume of smoke and some bodies well, not bodies, that makes them sound like they're dead people. Just a handful, maybe 5 or 6, have made camp at the top of this hill.
I thought you said you killed them.
Ah! That was my bad attempt at an eagle noise.
You can attempt to set Olav down away from
Yeah.
the druid circle, but the point is, you are a giant eagle.
Yes. I know. Yes. It doesn't look like they've noticed we're coming.
You weren't trying to be stealthy, and let me just check their
I
general
probably
perception.
ring like a bell.
Yeah, their perception's very good. I think they would notice a giant bird.
I will put him a little way off, far enough away that I think he doesn't look like we're threatening them.
I'll act like a dead body, like it's a giant eagle carrying a dead body. I'm good at being a dead body, seeing as I look like one.
Let's put you over here. And just bring you two over for now.
Do you want a different map to me?
I can't
Everyone's
see
on the same map. I'm about to pull you to this scene.
Ah,
It's like DJing. I can't multi.
you need to pull the stream there as well.
And go.
Thank you.
in that case, knowing that we've not been subtle, I shall sit down and seeing if Olaf's playing possum, I'll play along and just like pretend to pick at him a little bit and then make another eagle's kind of call, whatever they call it, eagle scream, and then kind of bustle my feathers a bit and prance around looking like I'm ready for eating.
I want a performance check. Or no, because it's an animal, you can have a nature check. Or an animal handling, if one is better than the other.
Animal performance
Weirdly,
check.
my nature check. Crap.
Is that, oh no.
Only go animal handling. Not the worst druid ever.
That could have been a lot worse. I mean, you do look like a big eagle, so it's half the battle.
It's pretty good. Second. Magus, you would see peering round from the edge of this stone wall that encompasses the camp, if you will, a face that you recognise. It is Zuleika, one of the werewolves. She appears to be readying her bow.
I'm probably not looking because I'm pretending to be
muted.
dead.
If you're saying something, you're muted, Tom.
If I see her ready in the bow, I shall just. How long did it take me to get up here?
Not that long. It's not a mountain.
Like a minute or so.
5 minutes. It's still quite high, but
These the good werewolves or the bad ones?
you killed the bad one.
Killed the bad ones, I was sure. Yeah, I just. Again,
In
I'm
that
being a body, so I'm not going to see that.
5 minutes, and Olaf wouldn't. They would know Olaf.
And your passive
Yeah, they
is
would.
9.
Olaf did meet them.
Oh, he did meet them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In that case. I shall just take off in the swift way, leaving Olaf there, knowing that he's not in any danger, and go down to get Alessander, who they will recognise, and will recognise them too.
A moment will probably pass where you're still playing possum,
Yeah, because I don't know they're there.
and then an arrow will thud into the ground nearby you. Do you do anything?
Yeah, I think he ponders just staying dead and looking like a corpse because he thinks they're probably testing whether he is a corpse.
If you make no movement, eventually you will hear footsteps. So they're so stealthy. Approaching you.
So they come into view.
If your eyes are wide open, sure.
And I recognise her.
Yes.
Then I will just I will look like a body. I'll just be like, and then I will just sit bolt upright and go, "Oh, it's you."
Oh my goodness! What the?
Sorry, we thought you were. I don't actually know who we thought you were. Magus is an eagle and could not tell me. Why are you here?
Why are you here, carried by a giant eagle? What?
We have come to... What, you're supposed to be in Kresk, weren't you? They kicked you out, or... Is everything good?
We were never going to stay in Kretsk. We could accidentally murder the whole village.
Only if you're not very careful.
After you left. Wait, where is everyone else?
Magus has gone to get them, I assume. Or he's left me for dead. I don't know which. I'm hoping the former.
God, he's so big. I'll bring everyone else over.
Yeah. Don't stand directly underneath in case he's, he drinks a lot of wine.
Oh no,
Just
that's
saying.
too magazine.
Probably the next time I drop Alessander down, I shall look at Zalika and kind of ruffle a bit and maybe kind of edge up and nuzzle and then take off again and go to get Luca.
Oh, this is not... This is too affectionate, thank you. Please refrain from the nuzzling.
It's not full moon, is it? No.
But
Okay, we've got a while.
The den. I only saw you a week ago.
Yeah, it was a week ago. I don't know this place. I've not been here for many years. I think they had a battle here previously before I met them near to your caves.
There were bodies. Some of them mostly eaten by animals, but cleared them out. So yes, our den, after what happened at Kretsk, there was a rockfall. Convenient, no? Anyway, we made our way here. You said you had cleared it of the druids, so it seemed a good place to go.
Well, the druid, Magus thinks perhaps it's not completely clean. Will you allow us to check it?
Yes, of course. Take whatever hospitality you need here. Let us know if we can assist. Oh! What have you been doing for this past week? Have you seen my husband? Or have you completely forgotten that was something I asked?
I haven't seen your husband, no.
So just to remind you, my husband, who was the leader of our pack, was challenged by the
Hero?
yes,
I got that bit.
there you go.
We haven't
And-
found him, no.
There we go. And when he, just for people that don't remember, and then when he lost, he went to Strahd, not my husband, the other guy whose name I've forgotten, even though Hazel just said it.
Kirill. Kirill?
Vasily.
K-I-R-I-L.
Kirill. Yeah, Kirill. Kirill went to Strahd, said, "Oh, make me the leader of the pack, and I will make the werewolves bound to your service." And Strahd stole my husband away, and I have no idea where he. You have not seen him in the week since I've seen him. Great, wonderful. He
We
was
did.
probably dead.
We did go into his castle and all, but didn't find him, no.
We
Where?
nearly got killed.
Oh, we snuck in, we did. I nearly got killed, but we got away, obviously. And
I
we
don't know the castle. Do you know? Did you explore every inn? Maybe
No.
even the cells, or
we got to some cells, I reckons, but we found it. Did we not?
There was that. Oh, was there? Were there any creatures rather than just the woman that we found?
there was no one else in the cells. There was an ooze. But other than
Ooze,
that,
but, yeah.
Hang on a second. Was the name Kirill?
no, that's the guy that you killed at Kretsk when we
Okay,
turned on our
wow.
own people for you. The guy you were called Emil. He is my life mate.
Just 1 minute. Emil, are you here? And I'll just look around. And you
There
will
is no
probably see spirits start to swirl around Olav and start, like, faces start to come out of his face, like, did like a woman's face and then a child's face and then a man's face. And I assume there's no Emil there.
There's no Emil. No one answers you. Zuleika's face will go pale and wide-eyed as she sees these spirits back and forth, swirling around you.
Well, he's not with me, so that is something. Perhaps he is alive.
Firstly, what was that? Is that what the fuck? And secondly, then where do you think Strahd could possibly be holding him?
I don't know.
did
Once we deal with him, this is. I used to think this was a curse. These souls, these poor souls, bound to me for some reason. But now I see it is my purpose to shepherd them, to protect them, to keep them close. And your husband was not a spirit anywhere that I have passed through because he is not with me. It is good news. It is good news, I assure you.
We didn't see him in the bits of the castle we went to, but we didn't by any means go around the whole thing. So we tried to explore a bit, but we had to leave in a hurry. We're going to go back.
You went to the castle and you left and you were alive.
Aye.
Congratulations.
What we found some answers, I suppose. At least we seem to, but nothing.
So you, just to be clear, you honestly don't know where your husband is.
No.
Insight.
Roll.
I don't have very good insight. But it's worth a go. Oh, come on, carrot sheet, stop fluffing about.
Fluffing about. I love it when you don't swear. As far as you can tell, yeah, this is a desperate woman hoping for some word of her husband that you definitely didn't forget about.
You seem honest to me, but if I find out that you know where he is, and you're setting us up so that you can get him back, then I will come for you later.
If I knew where he was, I might tell you, please, could you go to X place and get my husband? And I will come with you and help because he is my husband and I love him.
Easy now. We'll find him.
If I do not find him first.
No.
Do you plan to go back to the castle?
Aye.
Yes.
We're going to kill that bastard.
Good. I'll come with you. I'll have a look for myself.
First, though.
We will accept any help that is given.
First, though, we come here with purpose.
Just a quick point of worth noting: we did send Darnson off to try and see if we could, talk to Godfrey and get other people who might want to fight Strahd together. So we might have more than just Zuleika and that's it. We might have, the three of them at the very least.
If only you could tell them if only you could tell us the time and the place. Well, we know the place.
Well, it's like Vostos. Well, the castle.
If you can stay nearby somehow, and we get
Travel
there,
with you?
Aye. We've got a couple of places to go first. We came here not knowing you was here. Got a job to do.
I'm trying to think of a good place for them to say they'll meet.
They could meet us at the windmill, because that's the other place that we need to go along on the way, isn't it?
Or the tower.
I think, is the tower slightly out of the way?
Not especially.
And it's safe.
The one that's off by Lake Baratok.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone knows the windmill, so
And
it's easy to find.
And we're aiming for Ravenloft over here.
Yeah.
So they could meet us, if I remember the...
They would suggest the Surf Falls if I look at the map.
Not.
That would be going the long way round, but if you wish to march together, that is something they can do.
Yeah,
we are used to travelling as a pack.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we said we wanted to do this, do that, and then straight to the castle. Or are we adding in new things to do along the way?
We have no more things to do. Strahd is the priority. But it's true, if we all travel together, then we are safer, and should any of you fall, then your souls are safe. They are safe with me.
I don't like that concept.
When we kill Strahd and the mists are lowered, I can release them into the material plane. They can be free. They can go to the place where they should be.
Olaf's a lich.
No, I think if I was a lich, I would be consuming them.
That's not what you're doing.
No, that's why they're so annoying.
Oh, all right then. I don't know. Anyway, let's just go find this Fane, shall we?
Well, what are we looking for?
You're looking for the Huntress.
To the Huntress here. Aye, we are.
And that is the god that the werewolves are interested in.
Legend says that the first of us was made by her. A gift. The stone circle, well, you know where it is. But she can point you if you were to make your way through the this walled off area where they have made camp and where you can see the fallen effigy that once contained that green gem that you returned to the Martikovs. Beyond it is a cove, isn't the word? Copse of blackened trees with that huge towering tree at the center of it where Alessandir found King Dagger. And I'm not describing this properly because I've forgotten what everything looks like. In the druid circle, in the walls. So within the wall, off area, is another stone circle like you have seen before. I think you got so far as to looking at the inscription on the stone in the center, but then left.
So knowing
Good things to do.
what we know now about how we got in the last thing, can we look for similar features on this one again?
The effigy, as it will all come flooding back to you, was built around this stone platform as its foundation. On that stone platform, if you clear away, everything is burned to ash now anyway. The dirt is flecked with grey around it. There's a stone at the centre with an inscription on it, Druidic. And you can see that if you were to move the stone, there's like a... it's like a lid, I guess. It's movable. Now that it's not covered in vines twisting around it. With a great feat of strength, but it's not just one solid structure.
Can you guys give me an hand?
What does it mean? What do we need to do? I don't understand.
Just move this stone.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I have a strength check? If you're doing it as a group, we'll just take an average.
Just
Do you want a werewolf's help?
Are we doing straight strength or are we doing like athletics?
You can do athletics if you've got a better modifier on it, yeah.
Don't know why I asked, I'm useless.
You might need to roll for me. My mouse has just died.
Oh, it's just, okay, 17, 13, 13. Where's Olav? He's a strong boy.
Yeah, I'm a strong boy. Not when I roll
But
terribly.
not a good roller, no. Alessandro with his little chicken arms.
Not a strong boy. I'm a Dexy boy.
Only one of you got 17, but between a pack of werewolves and you, it can be a difficult but eventually managed job. And you will see a set of stairs that lead down. Magus, would you like to read the inscription before you head down? Remember this first poem? Sow the seeds and reap the weeds. Stalk your prey, and as they bleed, present your prize and speak her name. Receive the blessing of her fame.
What does it say, Magus?
I shall recite it.
Is it a spell or a...
No, we need an offering.
an offering? What kind of offering? Are you okay? You seem...
I'm thinking. I know I look
That
like I'm in pain, but there's no need.
That's what that face is. Yeah, you do look like you're in pain.
Need birds around.
Didn't know whether you'd eaten too much eggs again. birds. What kind of offering does a Fane want?
This one will be something we've hunted, but I don't know if it's specific. I mean, we could try and catch a coney, see what happens.
Well, it sounds like the thing needs to be bleeding
Aye,
and not quite dead
aye,
when you present it.
exactly.
Sounds rather inhumane.
And what is the sowing of the seeds and the reaping of the weeds? What is that part? Have we got to do a bit of gardening?
Poetry, I guess. I don't know.
We got any seeds?
I'm not. Anyone got any seeds? I mean, I can make. What am I saying?
You're the druid.
I can make things grow. I'm sure.
You are the druid, I think. Sometimes think you were born yesterday.
Well,
He basically was, as far as we understand.
let's just try it out with something easy first. Let's go. I'm gonna go catch something.
You're going to catch something. Yeah.
I'll catch a something, and I'll just
something.
turn into a hawk and fly off for a minute.
Oh, he's gone. Oh boy. Perception as a hawk? Looking for wild animals, I suppose.
Definitely think Oliver will be like, shut up, Graham.
Poetry isn't usually to be taken literally. It's more of a metaphysical exploration of a feeling or emotion, moment.
I should never have let you read that poetry book before I gave it the book.
When he says that, he'll just get a pile of hawk shit on his head.
Yeah.
No, I will. I'll grab him out of the. I'm not having you shit on him.
You should have kept it to croissants and biscuits and
He
pastries.
gets bored. He deserves an education.
With a 24, what are you looking for, Magus?
The rabbit or something, or a pigeon or a small bird or anything prey-like that I could pick up as a decent-sized hawk.
Atop this hill full of dead but useful trees, you could probably see several birds nestled within the branches of the trees around you. Because the earth here doesn't seem, well, it's corrupted. It doesn't feel. It's not a rich soil. It's more, well, as I said, ash, dirt. You don't think there's probably much here for birds, or just a safe space. You don't see worms in the ground. You don't think things like rabbits would exist, well, live up here, but maybe if you went further down to the bottom of the hill, you might.
Yeah, I could go off over the woods at the edge of the woods off the hill for a bit and see something there.
Do you have under wild shape? Do you have a giant eagle? Have I given you one before? Giant.
I think so. I just used it for transport before, haven't I? So I've not actually had to do anything. But I think I use like perception and that insight and that sort of stuff. Don't I use my stats for? And then it's the physical stuff that's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I shall
I just
find.
want to give you.
I find on D&D Beyond and roll it and do it sort of manually.
Okay.
Just give me a second. Didn't
would
think
like-
these things through. I just proclaimed I'm changing into it, making a headache for everyone.
All I was going to say was, based on your stats as an eagle, do you have anything particularly good, maybe like survival, that you could roll just to make this? Just, you're going to be able to do this. You're a giant eagle. The issue is you're giant and everything can see you coming. So if we're hunting something, we'd maybe be looking at a stealth or a survival check to see how well you do. Essentially, we're going to be looking at how long you're
Okay.
doing this.
Well, great. I've got quite no particular stealth actually, but I can go up high and dive down onto something like eagles do.
I'm happy to take that. That's how you've explained it.
And so I dive down from above and take someone by surprise. And I can use Dex or Strength to do that. And Perception to find something.
Could you just throw out... Right, let me look at skills. Yeah, if you're doing the diving thing, a Dex check. I don't have a... You're an eagle, and you can go so high, you can see things. I'm not going to make you roll perception.
There we go.
Have a rabbit.
I shall grab it my talons, and as I'm carrying it back, I shall pierce it slightly with my talons so it's bleeding but not dead.
Cruel man.
I'm an eagle.
He rolled well, he explained what he was doing. I can say you can do that within 20 minutes. Half an hour, I don't know.
You think he's coming back? Is he gone?
He'll be back. He's not going to run off at this point. And oh, look, you can see him. He's over there. It's not particularly difficult to spot.
Chooses weird moments to do eagle shit, doesn't he? I don't get why
I'm sure
this
he
is.
has his reasons. I'm sure we won't understand them, but I'm sure he has them.
Don't you think it's a bit weird that it's an eagle with a little horn on its head? Have you noticed all of his animals have a little horn on their head?
Yes, but I also think it's weird that he's a man that has a horn on his head.
He's a uni-man.
He's a uni
And
man.
I'm pretty sure that there's like fungus growing on him. He looks considerably more mossy now than he did when we first met.
Well, he was only born yesterday and he has not washed since then.
That is true.
It's the only thing I can consider.
As long as he doesn't get any fungal infections. I don't want to...
He's coming back. He's coming back.
I'm just saying, I don't know how long it's going to be, and there's a staircase right here that I want to go down.
I want to go down there as well, to be quite honest.
I'd like to go down, but we've got to do some gardening and then hunt something.
What?
Right, well, I will go down and light up the little cavern for everyone for when we decide to head down. Try not to set off any...
I don't think we need it to be
hag-related
homely.
trips.
I'm not worried about making it, heag or anything. It's quite.
No, I just want to be able to see and have a look.
Made Veronica laugh for some reason.
You don't want to make it heag or anything.
Everyone, it's a cold winter night. You light some candles. You have a bubble bath. You read a book. It's very nice, but I don't think we're going to do that in there. I think Cedric is broken.
Right. Well,
That does not compute.
I'm going to go. I don't know what a heag is. I'm going to go.
It's a feeling.
Oh.
A cozy feeling.
It's more poetry.
Sure.
No, it's not. It's not poetry. It's a feeling.
I'm going to go into this hole now.
Poetry is feeling.
Where did you even come from? Who are you?
You know Graham. You've met Graham multiple times. He's saved
That
you.
did not sound like the Graham voices that I'm used to.
He's a bit more cockney. A bit more cockney than this. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get that squeaky, bit high pitched, but not so high pitched that you can't come through on a microphone high pitched.
Apparently, Cockney is the accent of the abyss.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm from the South Abyss.
Oh, the South Abyss. It makes sense now.
There are different dialects depending on where you are from in the Abyss.
Right.
Oh, you're from
I see.
the Croydon part of the abyss.
No, that's one
no.
of the circles of hell.
Yes.
Right, anyway, I'm
I've
going
heard
into this hole. I'll see you when you all come down.
See you later.
Oh, good lord. I'm going to come back up.
You hear a voice in the darkness.
Go. And you come straight back out.
I'll come straight back out and go, it's fucking disgusting down there.
Same things, man.
And then I'm going to go back down.
Oh, for God, no, I'm not moving you again.
Oh,
Wait for your friends.
no. It was gross. I want to look at it more.
Magus, you're back.
Yeah. I'll land and turn back into Magus holding a bleeding rabbit. Right then. Didn't take too long. Let's
Be
go.
warned.
Did you?
Absolutely fucking disgusting down there.
Yeah, I think we've got to do some gardening.
Oh,
No amount of gardening is going to save it down there.
Didn't you get a seed from the vineyard? Or did I dream that? Or did we
Well,
We
you
realize
gave them
it?
back to the vineyard.
got that
Oh.
back to the vineyard, didn't we?
That would have been handy here.
That's how we got all the free wine.
I never got any of that free wine.
You weren't here.
Magus should be able to grow things anyway.
Oh, let's go down and see if this works.
You.
I don't have to drink. It's not that I don't drink. Well, no, I don't most of the time.
Music playing or is it real?
Not at the moment. Yeah, that is pretty disgusting.
Oh, suck it up. You didn't go fight. You didn't go see that lass's toys, did you, at the castle? That's bad, nearly.
So, as you descend down the stone steps. Yeah, you paused because I'm going to describe the scene before you go into it.
Noise.
Everyone gets to understand why they heard, oh, good lord.
Yeah.
Hang on to the hole.
You descend down the stone steps and find yourself in a sort of tunnel. It's strange because it's not got really walls or a floor. It's just the thick roots extending to form thick tapestries that you can walk through, and you will follow the tunnel west, which the astute amongst you will know is the direction of a big black tree under the earth. It opens out into this hollow where a big, broad, blackened tree trunk sits in the middle. And like the shrines you've seen, to one side you can see a bowl on a stone altar surrounded by a variety of animal skulls, furs, arrows, and daggers. Go have fun.
Good lord, it feels like I'm looking at a polyp inside Asmodeus's anus.
What do I feel?
How do you know what that looks like? Don't
educated guess.
answer that. No, yeah, okay. I hope that's all it is.
I can tell you what that looks like, but
Oh, I'd rather not know, Graham.
Yeah, please don't share.
Do I feel similar in this as I did in the last one? Like, do I get that same kind of even though it's grim, but I still get that same homely feeling I had in the other one. Like,
Yeah. I don't know how to describe it because Magus doesn't know what it is. But yeah. It's that feeling of coming home after.
not that bad. Anyway, bit worried about this Cooney dying before we get to it, so I'm going to get on with it. Forgive me. I shall.
Do you need us to do anything? Where do we plant the seeds and which weeds do we...
No, just stand still for a minute. Don't worry about it.
Need me to hit anything?
Just stand still for a minute, Olaf, and stop distracting me.
Okay. Get on with it then.
I'll take one of the knives on the altar and open up the wound a little bit in the side of the rabbit and lay it on the altar. And as I do, I'll say the name. Mother Night, Huntress of the Mountain.
And do you put the rabbit in the bowl or let the blood flow over the bowl?
Blood drip onto the altar in the bowl and then put the rabbit onto it.
You will do that, and nothing will happen. But with your incredibly high perception, you'll notice two things. You'll notice as you look around, wanting something to happen, sign, some change, that within the roots, every now and again you see the glint of white, a bone, a skull, like something has, well, not something, like the roots have enveloped a body. The other thing you will notice is 4 shapes in this bowl that is now filling up with blood at the very bottom. 4 circular, small shapes.
I take the small shapes out. Hold them in my hand and try and make them. Are they like seeds?
They are like seeds.
Then I shall try and tempt them to start to germinate.
In the palm of your hand.
And then as I do, I shall read them onto the floor.
Yeah?
Sow them.
So, you will... I don't know what you do. When you say germinate, I'm expecting some sort of druidic...
I can't, I haven't got like plant growth, but I shall try and use
Druidcraft.
the druidcraft, thank you,
Yeah.
to just sort of
That's
just
what I'm
encourage them to start.
Yeah, and I'm
then-
imagining you have this quite plant mum nature about you where you're like, come on, my little
Talking to
my
him.
little seedlings, come on,
Right.
grow.
All right,
Sing a little
babbers.
tune, sing a little tune.
Come on, babbers.
And unnaturally for seeds, very unnaturally. If you like wipe off the red blood, they're white, and as you coax them with druidcraft, you can feel, just in your connectedness to them, a spark, something happening that prompts you to place them on the floor, and these white stems rapidly just start to grow outward at first and then back down into the roots, and then more, and those stems fill out, and it is probably the strangest thing any of you have ever seen. watching something being birthed as those stems fill out and become muscles. And, well, not muscles, but muscular. And those stems grow more stems, like arms, growing hands, and legs, growing feet. And they start to anchor into the roots and just pull themselves out of this seed which is growing and expanding.
I'm no druid, but this is not right.
No, this definitely seems incredibly unnatural.
Is there a skeleton in there? Do you need that?
I've never seen this before, but doesn't seem nothing wrong with it to me. Quite fascinating if you think about it.
I wonder if this is what we must make bleed.
Perhaps. Let's see what happens.
I think this is what we need to reap. Perhaps. You sowed the seeds.
Time to reap you some weeds.
Again,
Find
I am
some-
no druid, but I do not think plants should do that.
Oh, is that weird versions of that's weird versions of us? That's
What's going on?
disgusting.
Let's
I
show you
love
some
the-
art that Matt created earlier.
I love the
So
fact that-
before you,
Oh, good lord.
Fantastic.
these 4 seeds sprout into these vaguely recognizable features. Skin starts to form on these sharp cheekbones, and the ears start to elongate, and you see someone that looks a bit like Alessander if he was, dead. I should write descriptions beforehand so that this is more horrifying as opposed to.
Just look at it, it's horrifying.
It is horrifying.
No offense,
Similarly,
Alexander.
what I find really strange is one of them, the skull. The skull is like the seed that is the last thing to come out of the ground, and these eye sockets form as the seed concaves in on itself, and teeth grow, and this jaw seems to hang off this barely pieced together fleshy face. And the weirdest thing about it is that hair starts to grow on the upper.
Almost looks better than I do.
It was hard considering how you already look. And then, in all honesty,
You're fresher than that one.
No, but at least he's made of one entire person.
if
Is
you
he
took
though?
Olav, and he's already incredibly pale, quite gaunt looking anyway, but say you took Olav and you took his face to some concrete and scraped it along the floor, and his eyes were lit up with infernal flames. Yeah, that's what you see before you. The armor isn't as nice though.
It's pretty similar to what I was wearing last week. In fact, Cedric's got it on.
And finally, this was so hard. You have never seen anything like the thing which stands in these green robes, little flowers growing out of places they should not grow out of, but a recognizable horn protruding from the center of its face, its sunken eyes. It is not humanoid, it is not goblinoid, it is like nothing you have seen before. It is both cute and horrific. It is evil magus.
I was going to say, it is weirdly cute in a disgusting way.
It is horribly cute and horrible.
It's like a little nurgling.
Would you like to roll initiative?
Is this the reaping part, Magus? I really hope it is, because that's I mean, I'm not the best looking guy in the world, but I'm not that bad. Come on.
As soon as the things have started to sprout arms, Alexander will have cast Mage Armor.
I'm happy for you to do that.
He doesn't even mean to these days.
It
just
takes 30 seconds for these strange things in front of mine. Move Graham. I was so tempted to put Graham in there.
Yeah, I think I stepped in one of them. Sorry.
Oh, that's confusing. They haven't come up as Evil Cedric or Evil Olaf, so I'm going to get very confused.
It's okay. It'll give you control of the pictures.
I
Are
was-
pretty much a
Yeah.
giveaway. I think out of all of us, I think Magus came off best. He still looks quite cute.
I love it.
Everyone else looks really horrendous, especially Alexander. He is terrifying now.
the eyes.
They're very blue in an unnatural way.
And I've seen so much shit way.
Yep.
First up, we have Alexander.
Absolutely terrified out of pure response at seeing evil Alexander. Oh, how far away am I? Just to. Sorry, I managed to block part of my screen with my own character sheet. Don't worry that it won't go away. There we go. Time. Fireball.
Who are you hitting?
22 to hit creepy Alexander.
22 hits.
Good.
Roll your damage.
Not great. 6 fire.
Okie dokie. You probably melt some flesh.
Oh, 1 sec. Oh, no, that's. I did Firebolt. I got confused. I wanted Eldritch Blast, but it's too late now because I've done it. So what bonus actions have I got? Offhand. I'll do an offhand dagger as my bonus. Just throwing it. 16 to hit.
It hits.
Won't do much. Doesn't really do anything. That's a 1. I'd be better off just punching it with my weak little puny fist.
He breaks a nail.
I step back because I don't like these, and I'm going to shout up to the werewolves. Help!
Alexander, use the sword. Stop running away. Use the sword.
I just backed up. It's fine.
No, use the sword. Don't run off with it.
Next up, we have Evil Magus. What can Evil Magus?
Evil things.
Evil thing. The first thing Evil Magus will do is cast Stone Skin. He doesn't need a diamond. He is a strange otherworldly entity.
Oh, brilliant.
And he will back up. He understands how to be. effective.
He's evil Magus is just like not evil Magus, or different evil Magus.
Evil Cedric. What will evil Cedric do?
He'll leave and go and have a lovely cup of tea.
No!
Even evil Cedric would like tea.
No, evil Cedric would like coffee.
Good choice.
Where have all the spells?
Bad choice.
Best choice.
Worst
Sorry.
choice.
Sorry. I chose the spells before this session and then 5th levels have disappeared, so I don't know what I'm working with. Looks me.
Just cast them off Magus's sheet if they're the same. Just don't use don't use a charge.
Cedric, have you prepared? Cedric spellbound. No, Cedric, you don't appear to have prepared any 5th level spells either. Maybe it's just copied straight over from you and forgotten what prepared. That's fine. Everything's fine.
Oh. How strange.
I was confused. I thought there was too few of us, and then I realised that the evil Olaf and just evil Olaf have the same border around the. He doesn't have the gold border like the rest of us.
Yeah, I've got a nice stone textured border.
Yeah, they look like one of the evil guys at the moment.
I'm not evil.
You heretical whore.
I'm misunderstood.
I mean, it does necrotic damage.
Yeah.
Good. Where's Cedric? He'll aim for you. So he's probably going to get to Magus. So Magus. Oh no, I've still got Olav in there. Perfect. Could you 3 all make a wisdom saving?
I'm not in the square, so I'm not in it.
It shows you are on me, like in one of the.
Oh yeah, I am in one of the squares. Yeah. Curses.
Tried it on.
Just
evil clerics.
Are we classing
Everyone
Graham in there?
Magus gets +3 to his saving throw because he's within 10 feet of me.
Oh, really nice.
Sorry, what was that, Hazel?
Is Graham classed as in there?
If you have not moved him, but I will appreciate I paused the game. And then...
Oh dear.
Graham just tends to exist here, so I'm happy for him to be there and to be on your shoulder.
He's too high up, so he's just outside the dome or something like that.
This is basically the GM's chance to get revenge by Spirit Guardian on us.
Yeah, and she loves it.
Yeah, I do. I really do. Oh, good, you all failed. Yes, lovely. It's not radiant, it's necrotic, but 12 necrotic to you.
I think I'm resistant to necrotic.
Good for you.
No poison.
Oh no, I'm resistant to something else, but it's not necrotic. 12.
Evil Alessander. They are programmed to go for... That would be foolish, but Alessander, no, Evil Alessander, they have a they would operate like you. Okay, Evil Alessander will move to here, and therefore has advantage against Magus. So can sneak attack. Pretty sure a 27 hits Magus.
Yeah.
Gonna leave a mark.
Sneak attack. For a total of 14 piercing damage. I should let you control your evil selves. You shouldn't.
No, not unless you want us to.
You want revenge, surely.
Hazel, what can you do with your bonus action?
So I can do an offhand dagger attack.
If you've done a melee attack, yeah, you can do an offhand attack if you've done the attack action.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's
Yeah,
better part of me wants to engage, but I can only do that from one, can't I? Not both of you.
I thought disengage was just it disengaged
Disengage,
from the
just
Yeah.
disengages.
Oh, okay, then I'm going to do that. Then bonus action disengage. That was... where's the ruler? He was here. 15 feet. We'll move the rest of our movement.
Oh, by the way, that attack did no act. It took my temporary hit points, but because I have heavy armor master, I only took 3 points of damage, and it removes 3, so I took nothing. I took 10 temporary hits
From the Spirit Guardians. The dagger attack was on Magus.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Take those hit
from the
points back.
Spirit Guardian, I only took 3 then.
And that is Evil Alisander's turn, and now it's Evil Olaf's turn.
Even evil Olaf's faster than normal Olaf, which is rude.
Can we do?
Has evil Olaf even got my shield? Rude. I'm not using the shield, so it doesn't matter.
He doesn't have a shield.
Oh.
He has your modifiers though. 21.
Yes, that hits. Does he get all my features too?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And you know what?
Second one. Oh, no, it's not a roll to hit. Does he get 2?
Do you get to?
Yeah.
Then here we go again. Oh, no, not private. 19.
Hit.
Can I still use a bonus action?
If you've got one, but I don't think I have any.
You have smite.
It's not a bonus action.
Oh, it is on this spell sheet.
There is smite bonus action spells, but they like charge up your weapon. So if as you've already attacked, you would have to do it for next time you attack.
Okay, I'm doing it for next time I attack then. We'll do...
11.
Next time you hit a creature, yeah, that's fine, okay. Okay, so for next time, Branding Smite.
Yeah, I'm going to show you how it's done now.
Good, go for it.
Right, bonus action. Going to cast Branding Smite. No. So many smites.
You
so
attack each other, damage for damage.
So little time. So many smites. Branding Smite, bonus action. it adds an extra 2d6 radiant damage to the next attack. And then I will attack twice with my greatsword. $29.
Oh.
Is it undead?
Yes.
I'll put a level 3 smite in as well,
Finish yourself.
which will do. So it's 2d8 for a smite plus that's level 1, then 2 more levels, so it's 4d8 plus 1d8 for being undead, so that's 5d8. Would have been better if it was a critical, but
What was that extra smite I could have put in afterwards?
Crap.
46 points of damage.
Divine smite. Nice.
Yeah, Divine Smite is a special that you can add to any attack. The spell is a bonus action that goes on your next attack, so they actually stack, or unless you roll that they don't, but I believe they do.
I'm happy for that to be the case.
Second attack.
You may beat this because I don't know how to play Paladin.
Well, I just want to get him down because I need to kill the cleric next. Sorry, Jim. It's nothing personal. It's just your evil twin is a bit of a git.
Don't I know it?
I'm going to put a level 2 smite in, which is, so it'd be 2d8 for a level 1, 3d8 plus undead, 4d8. $29.
He's still up. Just. You
Yeah.
cut an arm off.
I will step between him and Magus for what it's worth. No, actually, I'm going to step outside outside the circle. I'll think about it and then go, no, that's a bad idea. I'll just step round evil Olaf.
Smart choices. If that is everything, we...
It is. I
Yes,
should
we go to
knock off my spell slots.
assumably good Magus.
Slightly better than the other Magus. Right. I've got to take a save, haven't I, at the beginning of my turn because of the weavy, wivey things that spin
Weavy,
around.
wivey. Technical term. I'm always tempted in these fights to just cast darkness because I do have blind fighting, but I'm going to assume that evil me is going to have that too.
Oh, very nice. Only half damage. Good for you.
Quite wise, quite wise. Ah, sorry, yeah, I moved away.
5 necrotic.
And then I will look at Olaf, where all the weavy, wivey things are coming. Not Olaf, Cedric, the bad Cedric, what evil weavy, wivey things are coming from, and I shall cast that spell. And try and turn him into a snail.
He is a cleric, so...
I know it's a long shot, but
Sorry.
oh balls! I shall back off.
What was that?
He shall take an attack of opportunity.
You can certainly do that. I tried to polymorph him into a snail, thereby ending the weavy wivey things. It didn't work.
Well, we don't know how good snails are at concentrating.
I assume a 19 hits Magus.
Oh, wait.
It's only his fleshy fist, so there you go. 3.
Thank you.
You don't have to say it like that. It sounds,
Saying it like it is, Jim.
it sounds weird.
What? It's not weird. It's not weird. The whole situation is weird. We've got two Alessanders fighting each other now.
Well, I probably wouldn't step next to the evil Alessander, sorry.
Please,
That's
please
okay.
do, please do. I need you there for sneak
Oh,
attack.
okay, yeah, I shall stand.
Yeah,
like,
shove the
there.
fiery sword up his tube. His plant tube.
Is that everything from Magus?
It is.
Cedric, make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Yeah. That's an 18.
Half damage, so 5. No.
5.
Someone finish off evil Olaf. He's nearly dead.
I'm going to, obviously, return fire. So I'm going to cast Spiritual Guardians as well.
It's a spirit guardians off. Oh, it's gonna be like brain melting.
Level. Can I have a wisdom saving throw?
Yes,
from
you can.
Dick Cedric. And if you fail, it's 24 damage.
12. Sorry.
13. No,
They're
yes,
far
12.
better at rolling successful saving throws than me. Wow, that is like messing
then-
with my brain.
I'm then going to move down here, so it also hits Evil Olaf and Evil Alessander.
He'll have to make a Constitution save too, won't he? To see
He would
will.
also have.
Right. Let me do that first, or I'll forget.
No, I'll get there.
He's fine.
It's fine.
Right, and now we're on to
Wisdom's-
evil.
Wisdom save from Evil Alessander and Evil Olaf.
Sandy takes the full 24.
Olaf's very bad at wisdom saving throws. Just to give you some hope, if he's like me, anyway.
And Olaf probably gone dark. Where is my mouse gone? There it is. Describe how evil Olaf goes down. Wish I had learned how to play Paladin beforehand.
I like to imagine it's like I've described his spiritual guardians before as like shooting stars that just whiz around, and I would like to presume that he effectively just gets Swiss cheesed by all these rapidly spinning shooting stars. So maybe just like one quick one just goes like through the skull, and then before he like fully collapses, he just then gets shredded by multiple.
As the skeleton just loses all animation, it collapses. Bones no longer seem fused together. It's just a pile that falls onto the roots, and you see the roots slowly start to take back the bones. Anything else, Cedric?
I will.
Whoever
I
you
will-
are.
I will point at evil me and look at Olaf and go, Olaf, cleave me in twain.
You don't have to ask me twice.
And as I said, the vines, roots, whatever, start to around you. And it is now the lair's turn, the tree, if you will.
Bad guy.
Then we will end session as it's coming up to 10.
Does the treant have to make a wisdom saving throw?
Didn't think about that. Where are you stood at the moment?
Is it
next
a
to-
lair or a
between
being?
Between Alessander and Olaf.
So currently, I'm making a ruling, and currently no, based on where you're stood.
Very well.
Oh, but then is anything near it? Actually, you know what? Based on that, yeah, you're essentially everything you touch is it. So yeah, I'll make it make a save. I undo what I have said.
I don't understand why Spirit Guardians is suddenly doing some sort of lighthouse thing.
I prefer it to the
It's not
koi
enough.
pond.
Yeah, the koi pond's not enough, clearly.
Okay, so
The coins are having a disco.
what's that?
Respect this game.
Radiant. Now it's its turn. That's not any damage. Right.
And I've got very bad perception. I'm not sure I'd know which Cedric was the real one.
Jim 1, Matt 2, Tom 3, Hazel 4. No, don't run 2. Hazel, Alessander, as you are attempting to run out of this chamber, whatever this weird thing is, you feel one of the roots wrap tightly around you and yank. And let me roll the attack.
Uncanny dodge.
Nice.
Don't need to. It's it's a fail.
Missed.
Oh, fine.
It gets 2 attacks. Matt, your turn. Another root.
Oh, yes.
22.
Yes, that's going to leave a mark. Ow.
Good roll. 17 bludgeoning damage.
Reduced by 3. 14. I'm hurt. I've been worse though. Hang on. You said these are undead. Okay.
What extra damage am I missing? Where?
Sorry? No.
What extra?
No, that's not what I mean. Oh, 2.
2.
If it's
2.
an undead treant, then it's 2 additional per hit. If they're within 10 feet of me.
This is a difficult concept. It is everywhere.
Okay. If it's a lair, probably not. But if it's a creature, then yeah, definitely.
I see I need to treat this because it can't move. It just is.
Okay.
Within 10 feet of you.
If it's hit me, it must be within 10 feet of me. I would just.
Yeah, I'm going to say
just
if it's
roll
hitting
yes,
you. Yeah.
rather than yeah.
So the extra 2. If it's hitting someone else, not necessarily.
Yeah. No.
I think that's all. Do we have any? How do initiative counts work?
I don't understand what you mean.
On initiative count 20, this is it.
So it
Well,
would
that'd be after
Evil
Magus.
but before Evil Cedric.
Gotcha. Thank you. We're getting to the point where we're running big monsters, and I'm not. That's all it can do for this turn, and we shall end it there. It is 10 at the top of the round.
Okay.
Really cool.
I'll kill you next time, Jim. The evil you, obviously. As you
Appreciate
requested.
it. Thank you kindly.
That's really cool, and I love the art on the evil S's.
That's
Evil
on that.
us's.
The evil plant-based Us's.
Evil
Evil
plant-based.
vegan Us's.
Yeah, they are really gross.
Yeah.
The Alessander one's like, actually probably one of the most terrifying ones.
Don't like it. Do not
No.
like it. I love it. Don't like it.
I love it, but I don't
Olaf
like
just
it.
looks like Olaf.
I
So
just
now
look
it's-
like I just look like a more metal Olaf. He's like
Yeah.
Olaf out of a metal video.
They're the evil vegan usses, which makes me think of that film. What's it with
Bill
Michael
and Ted's
Cera?
Bogus Journey
No,
with the evil robot usses.
no. Oh no, Space. Oh, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Michael Cera,
The Thing.
Scott Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim. Why couldn't I think of Scott Pilgrim? Yeah, and the vegan boyfriend.
Oh yeah, he's got superpowers because he's a vegan. Yeah. Yeah.
There was a moment last night when we were generating the art for Evil Magus where I realised, and Matt raised the question this evening, what is Magus? Fae is a very broad.
Whoever said it was correct tonight. Magus is Magus.
Because everything came up as a different kind of shaped skull, and I was like, none of them are right, and yet I cannot tell you why.
Yeah, who's to argue that they're wrong?
Because is he humanoid? I don't know. Kinda.
I love this. Yeah, Magus is great. I feel like it's just nothing else. Just Magus.
One of them came out with him smoking a cigar, and I really.
Yeah. Evil Magus would smoke a cigar, not a pipe.
I guess we should end the stream. Thank
Okay.
you for joining us for
Yeah, thank you, Jack's Law.
this metaphysical journey exploring the self. I hope this therapy has been beneficial, but unfortunately your time is up for this week.
Yeah, I was just so glad to kill Evil Me before Evil Me figured out that he could kill me first.
Next week we'll dive into why it's really great that you could just off yourself like that, but also why did you do that so fast? Why didn't you stop and question,
Because you got to
have a
roll
moment with
initiative.
yourself? Right, okay, well that's for next week.
If there's an interesting question of, do the evil Olaf also have a pool of souls?
Plant souls.
I think you've just got a lot of succulents.
Yeah.
Ghosts.
And
The most soulful of the plant.
They do need some water.
Oh, I haven't watered Dougie for a while.
Wouldn't it be deciduous trees in this cold climate? No. It's got tiny ghosts of Christmas
Well,
trees all around.
We'll
it.
never find out now because he wasn't able to assume your place in the world. So
You dead.
Good. I do have
Cool.
mixed feelings about it though, because I killed myself really easily with the
that's
help
what I
of
just
Jim.
said.
But at the same time, that's like, oh, I can die really easily. It like
Up
brings it
against a
home.
paladin, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, I need to put a paladin against you. I've learnt something. Hooray!
Yeah.
Thank goodness Strahd is not a paladin.
Well,
He might suddenly.
he
come
might
up with-
suddenly be one.
He
A
might
new
suddenly
best
find
friend.
a
Why is
vampire
Strahd
adventurer who
wearing
is a
plate?
paladin.
What was
Turns
what's
to
his
mist
friend
and goes
called?
inside the armor.
Sorry,
What's
what?
that, Hazel?
What's his
As
best
long
friend
as there's
called?
still
Like,
one of us, yeah. Someone could get
Oh,
replaced.
Rahadin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
could he? He could be paladin.
Suddenly
Yeah.
become a convert, yeah.
To be fair, I gave him a good kick in. I was pretty close.
Yeah, he's
with
got
him.
unfinished business with you.
Yeah, I was close to taking him down, but got took down.
Sorry, I whiffed on my turn a bit, but I thought I had to have a go at polymorphing the one given your.
Oh, you've got to try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta
Right.
try.
No, I'm
I did
trying.
6 damage. It's not like it's. We're not all going to be great all the time.
Do you want to tell them the lies you told Tom about your cloak?
Yeah, I didn't do any of the things I said it did. I read it afterwards and I didn't do any of that. I
He
didn't.
doesn't see when he is sleeping.
In all honesty, I thought it did, but I was like, inadvertently fibbing.
Could you imagine how hard it would be
Pay
to
off
fall
and say,
asleep?
"Look, doesn't do any of that stuff," but they don't know. So
Could you imagine how hard it would be to fall asleep without being able to close your eyes
yeah, no, that bit's true. I can
or
close
seeing
my eyes.
everything?
I
Like,
close my eyes, but they don't count as being closed. But it doesn't like give you advantage on. I can be surprised. It just, yeah, I just can see 360. I can see invisibility, and then there's the daylight thing. But yeah, it doesn't stop me from being surprised or anything like that. I don't know why I had it in my head they did, but now they checked after.
he's deluded. He's having strange thoughts
It's
and
a cloak of-
hallucinations.
Cloak of eyes.
A cloak of lies.
Yeah.
And you met your first dark power.
Yeah.
Well, no, Matt's met a dark power, but as a different character.
Yeah, Absence met a dark power. I didn't like him or her or it. I don't really know what it was.
I'll give you a name. It will mean. Well, they'll give you their name next time. He'll be back. Like you
Yeah,
said,
sure.
you'll get a taste, and then I'll come to you for your choice.
Mm. We look forward to it.
And on that note,
And on that note, what was the phrase we were going to say? No, I'll say it on my games. I'm not going to say it on yours.
what was it though? Because now I can't remember it.
It was, that's 3 hours of your life you're never going to get back.
True that.
Bye.
Bye.
See you, Jack's Law.